filming? Why is it so dark?
I think we're live! Welcome to Charismania.
Thank you for joining us on our drive to work. I have something I'd like to talk about today.
Hit me.
A little bit of a lighthearted topic. Okay, when you go into a bathroom, a public bathroom, first off, there's a whole bunch of things that a restaurant can do right, and a whole bunch of things that a restaurant can do wrong, and you can overlook them either way if they nail the bathroom experience or if they bomb the bathroom experience.
I've been to some really messy bathrooms, man.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
But also, conversely, it's amazing when you're in a really nice restaurant and you go into a place and the washroom's awful. You're like, ugh. You know, it's like all a facade. It just looks clean. But then...
It's not clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
True that.
But if you go to a nice restaurant and even the bathroom is nice, you're like, man, this is the best.
One time, Dad told me, he said, it's amazing being a parent because you never know what's going to stick. The things that you think are going to really, really count in your kids' knowledge there, you know? Mm-hmm. Sometimes they don't remember them at all. But here's one thing that really stuck with me, and it was so casual. Him and I went up to Wendy's
once. Stuck with you, or you're saying stuck with Dad? Okay.
With me, yeah. We went out to Wendy's once. I was like a kid. I went to the bathroom, and I came out. It was really busy. And the manager was out cleaning things and looking after, you know, doing his managing. And I said to Dad, I said, man, the bathroom is really messy. And he said, oh, we'll tell the manager. And I said, oh, it doesn't. He said, no, he'll be grateful that we did because he doesn't want to have a messy bathroom. And he just looked at the manager who was happening to pass by. It was almost as if they planned it. It was that fast. And he said, hey, your bathroom's messy, eh? And he said, thank you, sir, for telling me. And he went right away to clean it. And I remember being so impressed with that. So you're right. There is something about having a clean bathroom.
Man, good manager, too.
Yeah.
That would do that. Way to go, that manager. Crazy the people that just touch your life real quick, eh?
Yeah.
Whole another video, because that could be really intense.
It's cool.
Okay, so the whole bathroom experience. Do you know who has like everything set up for a bad bathroom experience? Is Starbucks.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
I like Starbucks. Well, I'm drinking Dibs.
Hey, no. We don't have to pick a side. And I love Starbucks. Don't get me wrong. I like sit-down coffee shops. They're great. But I'll say this, and this isn't even where I want to go with this, but I guess this is organic, is the entire inside of the bathroom. One, there's no daylight. You're like in a little cave, which is whatever. I guess you're not planning on being there long. And it's all ceramic tiling. Do you ever notice how loud it is in there?
The walls?
Yeah, well, it's like the floor is ceramic, the roof's not ceramic, but the floor is ceramic, and it's pretty much just like a big ricochet room for noise. Noise gets trapped in there.
I'm really resisting the urge to do some
loud noises?
Sound effects.
Thank you. No, but like when you flush, it's like a mad race. For me, I flush and I'm booking it out of that place because it's so loud. It's so loud. Like the toilet, at least the Starbucks that I go to.
Well, then you get the toilets that are like black holes. Sometimes you flush and it's one of those, you know, conserved water, and it's like flip. It's like, man, good thing I didn't drop a load in there because there's no way to be taken care of. But then sometimes you press a button and it goes wham! Yeah. It's way out of there, man.
Like you get your arms sucked in.
Yeah, I always got to do it and jump away.
Well, it's because the Tim Hortons has that, and that doesn't mix well with a room with poor acoustics where everything just bounces back at you. Because it's like, I've done it, where I flush and I just do this.
For real?
Yeah, it's loud in there. I can't believe that Starbucks, for all the genius that it's done, would miss that. Or leave that.
Are they that genius, though?
They are genius. The Starbucks I go to now, they rearranged everything. They went under construction, rebuilt it. And I was talking to some of the baristas there, and they said their sales have like doubled since they changed the interior. One of the things they did was the door No. The line used to start where you'd pick up your or order your food. Not pick up your food, but order your food was right next to the door. And so then the lineup would get really congested, and the lineup would be 5 people before you're waiting outside in the line. All they did is they put the beginning of the line at the other end of the store, so now you can be the 20th person in line and you're still in the store.
Hear the music, smell, talking to people inside, out of the rain.
Just the psychology of it, you take 10 steps in, you're staying there to get your coffee.
Yeah.
Right? But people go in, and then they're right next to the door, and you're in there.
It's easy to leave without being noticed.
You can slip out without being noticed. You don't feel like you've offended the baristas.
You know, our brother Francois, he says, and it makes a lot of sense, that there is a whole study, and people are hired to look at a room and make it inviting.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I was talking to one of the baristas, and they said, yeah, I didn't like it at first, but I kept telling myself, someone probably got paid $1 billion to come up with this layout.
Wow.
And I was thinking, maybe $1 billion isn't much, but, you know, and the bathrooms. Like, the same guy designed the bathrooms to be super loud. I guess maybe it's intentional.
That might be a part of it.
They want you to leave.
They don't want you out of there.
Well, then they shouldn't provide free Wi-Fi.
You know what? Even the way products sound is an important thing that a lot of people pay attention to.
Wait, don't talk about that, because I'm going somewhere with this whole video.
Okay.
Because I know where you're going, and we can talk about that in another video.
All right.
The question I have for you is, when you go into a bathroom and the seat...
It just got serious.
And the seat is up. Is that good or bad?
Is it a family bathroom, or is it like a men's bathroom you're talking about?
Well,
Does
Starbucks
have both?
Starbucks just has bathrooms, 2 bathrooms. Usable to anyone. Especially in today's culture.
Well, it's bad.
I'll edit that out.
You know what? It's bad. The seat should be down.
Okay, explain that.
You know what? It makes me feel like the person who was last in there doesn't care about anyone else but themselves.
Really?
Yeah. And I know that's not really fair to blame that on Starbucks.
You don't like see Starbucks in a bad light because of that, do you?
No. You know what? Here's something interesting. If I go to a Starbucks and there's garbage piling, like their garbage cans are full, I would think worse of it.
Crazy. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, but is it Starbucks' fault that people come and drop all their garbage there?
No, but it is their fault for not keeping it clean.
Maybe the seat being up is not a big deal, but I'll tell you what, it's the worst when
clogged.
Oh, it's impossible to monitor that 24/7. But I would be surprised if Starbucks would attract often that demographic of people who are inconsiderate enough to leave it up.
Well, I would say Tim Hortons would do that.
Why? That's interesting.
That's a whole other conversation. Sorry, a lot of stuff. Stay tuned for more episodes. But for me, I hate sitting down on a warm toilet seat. That's awful. I hate sitting down on a cold toilet seat. I hate sitting down on toilet seats that are not my toilet seat. But if it's cold, you're like, okay, I just gotta get over this. I just gotta face it. And then after a few,
I just gotta deal with it, man.
And then after a few seconds, especially in the winter, it's the worst. In the summer, it's actually kind of nice. But in the winter, you're like, okay. But then your body heat warms it up and you're fine. But you know it's your heat. It's awful when you sit down on someone else's, and you're like, someone else's like butt sweat is on the seat, and like the warmth of their back thigh is on there. Like it's so when I go in and the seat's up, I'm like, oh sweet, it was just someone peeing. That's all it was. Like at least I know that there's been some amount of time before someone else sat on there.
Dude, I've never thought about it that much. Now that you've said that, I'm kind of glad to see it that way.
Yeah. The seat up, and, this is a whole other topic too, but when guys, have to put the seat up, I've never heard a guy complain, oh man, I gotta put the seat up. It's like, guys gotta put the seat up, women gotta put the seat down. They say, oh, there's that little row, like toilet seats, that little space there. It's like, that's just unrealistic. There's like splashes, and sometimes, anyways, I should probably keep this down. It's hard to aim right from the very beginning. Sometimes, you can adjust quick, but that little hole's unrealistic, as if that. Anyways,
it's definitely true that the bathroom experience is maybe it's more important than the rest of your experience because it's so private and intimate. You're not going to go and tell everyone about your bathroom experience at a restaurant or at a coffee shop, but it's going to stay with you because if it grosses you out while you're eating your food, you know what I mean? You can have a great meal, and if there's one hair on the last bite, the whole meal is wrecked. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
So you can have a great experience. The music can be right. The AC or the heat is nice. The people are friendly. And then you go into the bathroom, and there's barf everywhere. He's like, whoa!
Do you know what's another thing? Is nice sinks.
Yes.
If you have a nice sink, man, that's nice. The sink is just as important as the toilet quality. The toilet,
that is not true. When there's a toilet with rings in there and the whole thing is yellow from age.
Well, I'm not talking about
I don't care how nice your sink is.
An HIV toilet, but I'm talking.
Oh my gosh.
No, but I mean. No, but do you know what's worse is like when you're trying to wash your hands and your knuckles are scraping the back of the sink.
No, I hate when you you hit the water down. You hit the button down and it goes. What good is that? That is promoting unclean, unsanitarian-ness.
Well, because what happens is like you touch it, and it's not enough, but you've already got soap on your hands, so you got to touch it with the soap. Yeah, this is messy business. Automated stuff. How did we ever survive before that?
Ain't that the truth?
Anyways,
people, please wash your hands when you go to the washroom, because too many times I've gone to Galaxy and I went to a movie and it was great, and then after. And I'm washing my hands after the movie, and some guy comes out of there, says, "Sup, man?" If you're lucky, because most guys don't like to talk in the bathroom, I'm telling you.
Sup, man?
It says, "Sup." And he leaves.
Your germ count.
I'm like, can you wash the wang off your hands, please? You're going to touch that door. I'm watching you touch that door handle, and my hands are clean. What are you doing? Please wash your hands. Keep your bathrooms clean. You've been charismaniac.